So I actually would have liked to get more sleep too, but I was also thinking that'll be good if we get up at 6:30. We can go ahead and get on the road and maybe increase our chances of getting to Berea. I talked to Tracy last night and I was really like excited to be able to let her know that we were trying. I think that sometimes she gets the feeling that I'm just well, I'm on this bike trip, I guess I'll see you if I see you, But when I got to the campsite last night, I noticed that my front tire was really had lost a lot of air, and it was right before we found the snake. I think we were on our way up this hill, and we stopped in this gravelly area to pee, and I don't know, I heard something snap on my bike, and I looked down, and the top of the Presta valve, which is where you put the air in, had snapped off. And later, actually, day before yesterday, after I got my spokes fixed, I got a flat, and when I was pumping up my tire, my back tire, the top of the valve popped off.
So you usually had 3 inner tubes at the top of the valve popped off?
Two.
Oh yeah, there's one good one still?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I actually have one tire on there. So so Ben probably heard all the air coming out of my tire and knew that I was gonna need a new tube.
So I was packing up stuff this morning, and so I came around and got out my stuff because we only brought 1 extra tube each. So I pulled out my tube. We figured no big deal. Jonathan will use my tube. We think it'll fit. And I pulled it out, I handed it to Jonathan, and he was like, "Oh, this tube has already been patched." I was like, "Really? I thought it was a new one." And then he looked at the valve, and it was also broken off. These cheap Presta valves have a problem of the tip just breaks off. I don't know why they make them so crappy, but I guess there's some good ones. So we, had a total of, I don't know, 3 tubes with the valve popped off. I actually did have part of a tube that I had brought for patching and stuff like that, that did have a good valve on it, but it was only 1 section of inner tube, and so we cut the broken valve off of one of these tires, and I'm currently trying to stuff a section of the good inner tube with the good valve on it into the old inner tube. Hopefully,
which may or may not work anyway, right. But we don't even know if we can get it stuffed in. So once again, I was feeling pretty demoralized this morning because of my stupid bike. I think one of the things that's been really frustrating with me on this first week or 2 of this trip is that physically I've been able to keep going, and stupid bike problems keep slowing me down, and it just feels it reminds me of working really hard on a paper or something and having the computer crash, the part that I feel like I can't do anything about, and I'm already tired from working really hard, and so I keep just kind of getting totally demoralized, and then Ben will be like, "Oh, let's see what we can do, let's figure this out." But so after being really kind of proud of myself last night for getting this far, I'm feeling like we're probably gonna have to call Tracy, and we may get this valve in and it'll work. We may get it in and it won't work at all. We may get it in and we'll make it a few miles down the road. But it seems very possible that we're still gonna end up having to call Tracy and Pearl and just ask them to come meet us somewhere. Like, maybe here.
So we were stuck, you know. The closest towns were really far. The Walmart that we
In
had seen
Hazard
didn't have road tires, road
Right,
bikes.
they didn't have Presta-Valves.
Right, Presta-Valves.
And the campground guy had offered to give me a ride to Walmart.
Fixed.
Yeah, my idea was get a ride, hitch a ride to London where there's a bike shop.
Right.
And then Tracy and Pearl could pick me up on their way. They would pass through London on their way to Berea. Ben could just bike to Berea by himself.
Right. One of the guys that works on the crew at the campground said, "Oh, I think I've got a bike inner tube at home," and he went and he checked it. It was a Schrader valve. It was the wrong type of valve. Then we said, well, maybe we can make it work, and he went back again to his house and got it. And
Meanwhile, the people across the campground from us offered us some breakfast.
right, which is really nice. People have been really nice here. It's amazing. It's really wild. And then you get on the road and people yell at you, but you know. So what we did was we filed down the hole in the rim to fit the Schrader valve in there, and it seems like it's gonna work. And I think we've learned a touring lesson, which is never use Presta valves because they break.
And nobody has spares.
Yeah, and nobody has spares. Everybody has Schrader, which we knew, but
now we really know.
now we really know. It's emphasized. So it's 12:30, and we've got 80 miles to ride to Berea. I think we can do it. What do you think?
Yep. I don't know.
Let's find out.